I think the season to date's been relatively good. We've accumulated enough points to obviously be sitting third, which is a testament to the work of the coaching staff and the players. I think the boys are tracking quite well. We've seen some of their best football. Obviously the FA Cup win being one such game. The game here against Melbourne Victory. You know, it's a long time since I've seen Adelaide United either as player or now as director of football or even as a fan when I was away. It's a long time since I've seen the club dominate Melbourne Victory like that. But then on the flip side, you know, we had a disappointing game against the Wellington Phoenix that we didn't deserve to win anyway, a disappointing performance. So there's always going to be highs and lows throughout the season, but I think when you take it into a broader context, overall, everyone's been performing quite well to expectations, and you know, we look forward to seeing that continue after this bye weekend. Obviously the W-League hasn't started results-wise as well as we would have liked. No doubt they've been playing some decent football. The girls have honestly been, you know, playing some of the best football I've seen the Adelaide United women's team play for some time. They've been terribly unlucky in a lot of their games. They've created, I feel, enough chances to get something out of those games. But, you know, they've played arguably the three strongest teams on paper anyway to date, and hopefully come the next few games we start to pick up some points. And I'd really implore anyone who's interested to watch the W-League or support the club to come and support the girls, because you know they're not getting fantastic crowds, if I'm brutally honest, and I think they deserve better. The Y-League's obviously started. We've started relatively well. It's good to see the boys get a win against Melbourne City. I think that bodes well for, you know, the development of SA players. Obviously we have a number of them, and Melbourne City also do as well. I think it also shows the benefit of a number of our players training with the A-League team, the first team. They performed superbly well against Melbourne City, who also have a strong team filled with SA talent. So that's good to see on a Y-League front. As well as that, obviously Carlo Armiento mutually terminated his contract recently. We wish him all the best for the future. We're not in the business of hoarding players, and the reality of the matter is that he would have had limited opportunities to play in the first team squad. When you look at the wingers that we have at our disposal, some of the best in the country, we didn't feel it right that a player soon to be off contract and at an age where they either fall out of the system completely and back into NPL land or continue on, you know, to keep them for the next 6 months doing two things: one, blocking some of the younger players coming through the youth setup, and two, not getting the opportunity to play A-League, not that we can see going forward. We felt it best that for his career he look further afield, and hopefully he can find himself or lock in an A-League contract, because he certainly is a talented player. Yeah, like any professional sport, you're going to get injuries. We've got a couple at the moment. Obviously Riley McGree, I was up at Playford today at training. He's progressing really well. Still probably a couple of weeks away, but we're looking to get him back as soon as possible, obviously. Christian Obseth, slight strain of his adductor, nothing major. We expect to see him back relatively soon. He's also progressing well. And Mirko Boland, obviously, he's been out for a while now. Very good professional, very diligent in his rehab, and he's just been extremely unlucky throughout this first half of the first part of the season. But he's also progressing well, working exceptionally hard, and he's a little bit further behind the other injured boys in terms of the severity of his injury. It's nothing major, but a little arthroscope to fix a meniscus in his knee. And look, he's in good spirits, and you know, he's fighting to get back into shape, fighting to get back fully fit and to be available for selection. The window's starting to open now, December 1. Everyone's allowed to talk to other clubs, those that are coming off contract. We're getting inquiries about a couple of our players. We're also making inquiries to other clubs about players that they have coming off contract. I've got the list on my desk. There'll definitely be some turnover. I don't know how much in January, but certainly at the end of the year. I think we've done well to lock in the players that we have. There's more signing news to come out. We tend to sign players and then release the news at later dates. So there's always work happening behind the scenes. I think we're in a fantastic position. Most of the boys are locked in. There obviously are a few coming off contract. That's just the nature of the business. Some will stay, some will go, and new ones will come in. We're always looking hard. We're always being diligent in our recruitment process, and this is just part and parcel of the game. And one of the best thing is how happy the players are to be a part of this club, and the overwhelming majority of them are keen to stay. I personally have had individual meetings with all the players over the last few days, and they've all been really good. I think it's important. I touch base with them in pre-season. I'll do them again around this time when December 1 hits, and I'll do them again towards the back end of the season as well. But all in all, recruitment is sound. Like I said, players will go, players will come, but we're very comfortable with our position.